sites that Michael will tell you. I might tell little stories, but this one's more interesting than the usual ones I tell. Earlier in January, February time, I did a little example, a test. I gave out 50 copies of a viral marketing product of mine. It was one of my own ones, not somebody else's. I just gave out 50 to 50 of my customers. Okay, and I pointed them to one specific site. There's nothing on the site at all. It just pointed them to the site, and they can then sort of go onto the site and download a new copy. That's all the site does. 4 months later, we're getting 100 hits on that site almost every day. 100 people, new visitors to that site almost every day. Okay, now, it's not, you know, sending traffic hundreds and thousands of people through, but can you think where that's going to be in 12 months? Because there were just 50 given away in the first place. And already, 100 new people every single day, well, almost every single day, are visiting that site. Really, we ought to put something on there to sell. But, you know, it's an interesting process for us because we'll be seeing exactly what it brings in. And if all you guys are here this time next year, I'll be able to tell you exactly how many visitors, unique visitors, it's brought in over the last 12 months. So that's the power of viral marketing, just in a very, very simple way. Okay? Every plan of action you make, regardless of what your business is, should include viral marketing in one way, shape or form. It will not solve all your problems in one go, but it will make you enormous benefits in the years to come. Certainly in the months to come as well. Okay? Just write this down. If you go to www.david-anderson.tv, there's a site that's up there for you for, I think it's up there for 3 or 4 days, and you can download a copy of my viral marketing book. It's 100 pages. It's well worth it. If you don't do anything with it, read it because it's very, very, very interesting. It's got some great stuff in there. And if you want to give it away as a bonus or save or put it on your own site, you're welcome to do so. Okay? Now, downloadable product. I know we've probably touched on downloadable product a few times today. Downloadable product. What's so great about downloadable product? Well, it's very, very simple. I'm sure everybody knows that. It's the cost. Downloadable product is next to free. So actually, well, it is free. Okay, so very important part of your business, again. So do you get a bit of an idea where I'm coming from this? You've got to be looking at all sorts of different things. Now, I know that I'm the last speaker here, and I know that a lot of you yawning already, you and you especially. Yeah, okay, I understand you're tired. I'm going to try and get this through, but please do pay attention to what I'm telling you, because it is making a lot of money, and it will help you in your plans, in your future plans, okay? Let me tell you a story about Instant CV. A little while ago, I made a bit of a mistake, and I bought a recruitment company. It's another thing that I actually lost a lot of money on. And anyway, one of the things I noticed coming through the doors, a lot of the guys didn't have CVs. So I sort of went online to see if there was any method of doing CVs for these guys. And sure enough, there was a guy who had a site that helped people make CVs. So I emailed him and said, would you like to sell your site? And he came back and he said, yeah, I would. I'd like £5,000, please. And you've got no traffic going to it or anything. So I said, okay, I'll pay £5,000 for it. Maybe I said it too quickly because he came back and said, I think actually I'd like £10,000, please. So I said, oh, can't be done. £5,000 or nothing. He turned me down. So I got a guy in, and this is going back quite a few years. It's probably going back 4 years now. When it wasn't so easy to do sites like this. I paid somebody £2,000 to look at his site, sort of do something similar, but make it a lot better. Okay? And that's exactly what they did. That site made me £2,500 every month for 3 years. Almost consistently. Sometimes it was a little bit above, sometimes it was a little bit less. But as an average, £2,500 every month for 3 years. This is the site. As you can see here. Nothing specific. I mean, it's a simple site, $14.95. People go onto the site and they just put in their details and off they went. Now, this site, the interesting thing about this site, is by adding the viral marketing product, it built in the opt-in list that I mentioned earlier, 160,000 in less than 12 months. That's what helped the opt-in list. The viral product was, in fact, I don't know if you can see just here, I haven't got the laser pen, Michael still swiped it. But you can see where it says, guarantee your success with our new interview guide. We just gave an interview guide away, and people with our web address on it, and people were going, they were giving it away, forwarding it on to their friends, emailing it to their friends. A lot of students came on board, and it just drove traffic to the site on a continuous basis. We didn't even have to advertise it on Google. Okay? We sold the site. We were approached to sell the site. I can't tell you how much because we're on a non-disclosure agreement, but obviously if we were making £2.5 grand every month, it had to be a reasonable sum, and we all smiled. Okay? So, email lists, unfortunately, are not as valuable as mailing lists, and I said I'd come back to this point earlier. We made a bit of a mistake because we built in this tremendous opt-in list of 160,000 people, but obviously they were all looking for jobs because they'd been on for a CV, so their shelf life was about 4 to 6 weeks. So we didn't really do anything with it, and we didn't have another product to sell them anyway. In hindsight, what we should have done is gone to somebody like monster.co.uk and rented them the list every month or every week, you know, as it became updated. We weren't smart enough at the time, so in fact, we virtually wasted 160,000 opt-ins. Shame. Okay, but so remember, if you got an opt-in list and you're getting the people in there, do something with the list. Do something with the list, and have a backup plan for what you can sell to that list, or to rent it on to somebody else.